part 2. This is the trick that Shatari discovered last week, and last week I mentioned that Tenma had done a really good tutorial with Knobwinkle, and I would still recommend that you look at Tenma and Knobwinkle's tutorial. It's got much more detail than I am going to do. I'm just linking it in chat here. And it also gives some examples at the end of things you could do with this technique. But basically, you place a sphere using your add tool, toggle, oops, I'm in a shaped block still, toggle C to go to your sphere tool or choose it from your shaped blocks. Increase the size however much you want, and this one I've placed is about, I would say that's about 19 across because I didn't extend it exactly to the edges. 20 across it looks like. So now I'm going to select a portion at the top of this. You don't want to go down too far, maybe about that much, sort of a quarter to a third. Seems to be pretty good. I used my delete brush and deleted that selected area. I did not hit the delete key. Now I'm going to copy this top slice. Copy. Paste. Put it over here where there's all room. Okay. You can see it's stuck underneath it. You can see the top where I use the delete tool is smooth. The bottom is a little ragged, but that's fine. Now I'm going to paste it in exactly the same position, but one down. I'm going to go to tweak mode by holding down Control as I left click. Just make sure that paste air with voxels is off. Click again, and now we can hit escape and exit that. Now this top slice here, we're going to see has an interesting thing happening. I'm going to take my paintbrush and a contrasting color. I'll use stucco. Remember, period key will immediately toggle you down to just one voxel width. Now you notice, oops, as I am painting around here, a couple places where I slipped, I am getting a row of completely flat voxels. Now it looks like this particular size of sphere that I chose, I do have a couple areas where I might have to use tweak mode. Nope, where it is not creating a paper thin slice there by the looks of it. Most sizes of disc, this will be continuous all around. Let me actually choose a different size so that I can show you exactly what I mean and what Shatari discovered. Alright, so I'm going to use a slightly smaller selection. Delete tool, delete that, copy, paste, paste one below. Alright, paint. Oh, I didn't copy the full side. Apparently. Where did I? Interesting. I must need to have a bigger sphere. At any rate, just for the sake of showing you, and another good reason to watch Tenmu's tutorial, because he did not pick the wrong size of arc. But you'll notice that this that I've painted is paper thin. If I copy this now, voxel by voxel, and I'll just copy it as Shatari did, as Knobwinkle and Tenma did, I'll copy it just straight above so I can keep track of what I've copied. You'll notice I'm getting a beautiful smooth curve. That is exactly the shape, the circle size that I chose, and it is only 1 voxel thick. Oops. Boy, I have terrible aim. Look at that paste. Perspective is difficult sometimes when you're not in tweak mode. Alrighty. Okay, so now I can copy this layer, paste it wherever. Now I've got a nice curved sheet that I can do whatever I want with. And I can also cut it with the line tool, the way I showed in a previous tutorial. And if you missed that, look for my line tool tutorial. But I'm going to that wasn't extremely helpful. Use a bigger line tool. All right. So if I use delete mode, I can cut it like that. You will occasionally get artifacting like that. If that happens, then you may just need to adjust the angle of the line tool. Not every angle is going to work perfectly. You can see the bottom part is fine. It's just this particular part. And usually playing around with the exact angle of the line, you can get around that. And you can also cut it with the delete sphere too, like that. So you can make very interesting shapes. You can make sails for a boat, kites. Those are just some of the things that Albunkle and Tenma were suggesting.